I've got news for you today. We're going to talk about the new Google Pixel 9 and 9 Pro that's coming out in just a few months. The things we're going to cover today is we're going to talk about the rumored change in size of the phones, the rumored change in cameras, because there are some very surprising camera changes. We're going to talk about the rumored release time, as well as some other specs that are leaked about the phones. Let's get to it. Now, all the photos you're going to see come from on links at 91 Mobile. And I'm going to provide the link at the bottom in the description below. So if you want to check out their site, go for it. And I want to be sure to give them credit because they have some great color images, which I'll be showing you here in a bit. And a lot of the leaks and rumors I'll be providing come from Tom's Guide as well as Smart Pricks. And I'll leave those links down in the description below so you can check them out as well. Let's get to it. So starting out with the Google Pixel 9, it is expected to get a little size bump. It's going to go from the 6.2 that we know of up to 6.3. So that's a little bit of size difference. And many reviewers and enthusiasts believe that the 6.3 is the perfect size. So we'll have to find out when that comes. Now, the odd thing that comes along with the size change is the battery size. The battery seems to be shrinking just a little bit, according to the rumors, down to 4,500 milliamps. That's hard to imagine happening when the phone is actually getting a little larger. Of course, the size change may be because of the additional camera. Yes, I said additional camera. Traditionally, the past Pixels have only gotten the two cameras, which is your main shooter and then the ultra wide. It's rumored that the Pixel 9 is going to have three cameras. That would be awesome. So that would bump them up to match Samsung's base model flagship phone, which has the three cameras already. So what we're talking about is your main shooter, ultra wide, and now at least a 3 times zoom lens on the Pixel 9. That's a great addition, Google. Now they're also saying the selfie camera is going to get a bump from 10 megapixel up to 16 megapixel. That one I'm not quite convinced with, but we'll see as time goes on. And of course, the Pixel 9 will be getting the new G4 Tizen chip from Google, as long as Google continues with their pattern of upgrading their Tizen chip. Now, I do want to mention that there is another rumor that they're possibly going to go to the 8 Gen 3 Snapdragon on the Pixel phones, but I'm just not sure I'm going to buy that one because we know that Google is putting that 7 years on their phones. I don't know that they can feel comfortable enough to add that 7 years of upgrade and features on a Snapdragon versus their own Tizen G4 chip. We'll have to see as we get closer to the release. Now let's move on to the Pixel 9 Pro. Now this one's a little odd to me. It's got some different changes, which I'm not sure I'm sold on yet, but let's find out. So the Pixel 9 Pro, they're talking about the size being reduced down to 6.5 from 6.7. That'll make it the smallest Pro version of any model out there. Now that could be because of the new framework of the phone. Let's look at the framework of the phone. This also affects the 9 as well as the 9 Pro. Pixel seems to be following suit with the others. So here we are with the iPhone Pro and the Samsung S24 side by side. Look at that framework. Again, as we knew, they pretty much copied each other, or actually the Samsung copied the iPhone. Look at that design. Very similar. You got the bands for the antenna, the same location, that boxy squared look on the side, and of course the rounded curves around the corner. I mean, this is identical, folks. Now, the only difference that you can see here is on the Samsung, of course, you've got the power button and the rocker arm volume on the same side, where the iPhone switches sides on that, which is crazy. And then, of course, the iPhone has that stovetop looking camera lens versus the Samsung inline lenses, which I think is much cleaner. Now, full disclosure, the iPhone does have a lens protector on top of it, making it a little bit thicker. But that's the only difference there. Now, enters the Pixel 9 Pro. Check out that look. They've gone and followed the Apple way. They've got that squared look again, rounded corners, flat back. It's just amazing they're all going with the same look. It's going to be hard to tell the difference between them, except, of course, for their difference in camera design choice. And the Pixel 9 Pro, of course, it has the three cameras, and apparently there's an additional fourth camera they are saying is going to have a 50 megapixel telescoping lens. So we don't really know exactly if that's the case. So we just need to continue to watch out for the leaks and rumors, and we'll present those to you later on down the road as we get closer. Now, me personally, I don't like the idea of this squared off look versus the rounded. I like the round, smooth corners on the Pixel 8 Pro. I think it feels better in the hand versus these sharper edges. Although holding them side by side, it's really not that bad. But I think it's because this iPhone is a little bit thinner. It's not as wide. If you put them one on top of the other, I think you can see that, right? See, yeah, you can see it's quite a bit smaller. It's not quite as wide as the Pixel. So that could be the reason for the shrinking phone on the Pixel Pro 9. And I don't know if I like that or not. But if they're going to go down to the smaller, boxier look, I can definitely understand why it's going to be a little smaller. But the odd thing is the Pro is getting smaller, but the standard Pixel 9 is getting larger. We're talking only 0.2 inches difference between the Pro and the standard. If the standard's moving up to 6.3 and the Pro's dropping to 6.5, there's not going to be a whole lot of difference in sizes between those two phones. So how are they going to differentiate the Pro from the standard Pixel 9? Well, apparently that is going to be in the rubric cameras, which we'll talk about just in a moment. First, I want to talk about the battery. The battery on the new Pixel Pro 9 is going to shrink a little bit from 5,050 megapixels down to 5,000. That's not a whole lot of shrinkage, and hopefully the new processor will make up for the difference in the battery life. Talk about the camera module. Camera module on the Pixel doesn't seem like it's getting any bigger. Matter of fact, it's a larger profile on the back of the phone, but they're adding a camera. Where are they creating the room to add a camera if the phone actually is getting smaller? That would just be my question to the fact that the rumor is that the phone is getting a little smaller. But if Apple could do it with their phones, I'm sure Google can do it as well. So here's the exciting part about the new Pixel 9 Pro is getting that fourth camera is what the rumors are saying. So that extra camera in the Pixel 9 Pro, is it going to be likened to the Samsung S24 Ultra's fourth camera? The rumor is it's going to be a 50 megapixel telescoping camera, which is what you've got in the S24 Ultra. So only time will tell us if that's the case. But I'm excited about that one. Now, another rumor is the refresh rate on the Pixel 9 Pro is going to jump to 144 versus the 120. All of our standard flagships right now are at 120 megahertz refresh rate. So 144 is quite a bit faster. What does that mean? It just means it's going to be a more responsive screen that moves cleaner and smoother. So that's pretty exciting as well. Now, here's a really interesting leak on the Pixel 9 series phone. They are going to go to 45 watt charging. That's from 30 watt. Now, that's the last of the leaks and rumors that I have so far. Are any of these exciting to you? Let me know down in the comments. Are you excited about any one particular, or is there something else that you would expect in the new Pixel 9 series phones? If you got something out of this video, or at least enjoyed the content, please let me know down in the comments below. Give me a like, or if you want to call it a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. And of course, while you're down there, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more content, because we're going to be doing a lot more comparisons. And one more reminder, if you haven't already, check out one of my previous videos. We're going to be giving away a 2-pack portable charging bank next week. So you still have time to enter the drawing. Check out the video for the details to enter the drawing. And we'll be revealing the winner in the next video, as well as a new drawing. So make sure to subscribe and come back. Thank you for hanging with me. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.